Something has emptied out the hills again. Maybe it was war, or industry, or drugs. The husks of a once proud civilization lay empty. But you are an Ann. That means you're staying. This is your home, but also the home of older things. Welcome back to the hills. You are just kind of like bring us back into the hills. You are an Ann. An Ann is a Appalachian person. In your case, I think you all are both youths, but you don't have to be. But you're Anns, and that means that something has happened in the hills, and the people have been driven out of them. Sickness or war or industrialization, something has happened. But you have persisted at your mamaw's place. You're both cousins, and you have decided to stay behind and not move on to the world beyond the hills. Now, the hills, where everyone has left, are full of, like you saw the first time, houses that have fallen in sinkholes and places that have been abandoned and things like that. And the hills are also full of all sorts of strange beings. And so you've taken it on yourselves to leave the front porch and venture out into the hills and find things to get by and to be able to finally become a hill person, hopefully, and not be driven away by a failure of heart or arm. And so, you have passed 1 week in the hills, and it is your second week. I think we had to stop last time, right? At Bill's Antiques, we didn't finish it. We had to stop because of the electricity.
So, we had went to town. I purchased a set of rusted tools. And then I think we both failed our roles to get information, though.
Yeah, the only thing he told us was that if we head to the hills southeast direction, we might find some stuff because we got a little out about there might be stuff out there for bartering with. And so we were going to head to the hills to the southeast and just kind of...
Yeah, we were heading to the southeast.
Okay.
Poke around the sticks.
Yeah, you took your chances in town trying to put on the best turn you could for folks, and you didn't find out much, but you went to see Bill, and also have that you got a post hole digger. Is that right? Or did you sell it? I have that you have a post hole digger.
I don't know.
Okay, maybe you didn't buy it.
Okay. Oh, I think he was talking about stuff that he would be interested in us bringing back.
Oh.
Like machinery, farm equipment, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So you are back at your front porch. Let's see here.
And did you say it took a certain number of turns to fix up my sewing machine to sell, or?
Yeah, because it is not in good condition, right? So let's see.
Yeah. But you said since my dad is a handyman,
oh, yeah, you're a handyman. Yeah, absolutely.
Fixing it up.
Yeah, you can do that in the week. So if you spent your week doing that, then you now have a working sewing machine.
Which we can either keep or sell to him because he'd be interested, I think.
Yep.
Unless we find someone else who wants it more.
Your front porch at your mamaw's has a place where you can keep a certain number of items, but only a certain number. We can look at that in a second. I think it's like 20 or something. And then you can carry a certain number. Otherwise, you'll have to sell them or you'll have to find some other place to put them. Okay. You're at your mamaw's front porch. I'll describe what you see around you. And the weather is hot. And the cicadas are howling today. It's been dry for a long time. And from where you are, you can see to the south of you is a big what's it called? I guess I'll call it a gorge. And there's these kind of two areas of hills that rise on either side. I'm going to scribble. I like scribbling.
Now, when you said it was to the hills to the southeast, is that southeast of town, or is that just like east of us, or does that include the hills that are southeast of us?
So I'll just kind of draw this real quick, because this is everything you can see from where you are, kind of. These are hills. There's a road that runs through it. You've got your mammal's front porch right there. And then you've got Vernon Hills. Vernon Hills is your hometown, just north of your mammal's front porch. Now, north of Vernon Hills on all sides is a great big highway. If you head out there, you are no longer in the hills. The only thing to do there is work, which you can do if you have to. And that'll get you money.
And then you said there's a gorge, right? Where's the gorge?
Yeah. So, following the road south, there's this steep terrain on either side. There are big holes in the ground. Farmhouse on the other side of the holes in the ground. And let's see. There's also a set of hills. If you look out to the left front from your mammal's porch, away from that, off to the left, series of hills, and you can see there a cow up on a hillside, just gazing out your way.
Yeah, well, I think I'm generally in favor of heading this direction. If you see where I ping Sylvie.
Yeah. To the southeast of town? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me describe what you see there. You're able to travel that holler. Takes you a few hours. Here, you can see it opens up into a big river valley or a floodplain, and there is a river off in the distance as you get into this holler. There's another holler to the south, another couple of hills, and I'll describe what you can see here. So, first of all, from where you are, kind of put your little token on here. Like this. Oh, it's too big. I'm going to make it smaller. Yeah, on top of this hill is a cow. And this cow, really strangely, as you approach the holler, just turns a little bit, and its head just tracks you everywhere you turn. Just watching. And I just want to make sure I get this right. There are a set of abandoned cabins down here, and a big old cornfield. Now, you know that when times were good and you were young, all kinds of music took place in that cornfield. In fact, that's what that place was known for, is people go out there and party and have music and everything. But it's long since overgrown. You can see big tall weeds have just choked all of those cabins and grown in amongst them. And the cornfield is ruined and is wasteland. Okay, that's the things you can see around you. You can also see yeah, out on this floodplain, there's about a 2.5-story old house. This thing's so old, it looks like it's about to fall over. There's nothing around it. The land hasn't been tended in a long time. And you think you see in the shadows of trees near that house something bolt from the shadows. You're not exactly sure what it is. And you can also see two other things. Down south of here, on the other side of these hills, well, you wouldn't be able to see past this. There's another house on the river to the southwest. It looks in good condition. There's a little mill next to it. Rushing water just running that mill. That's what you can see from where you are. Your 3-hour trip out here is uneventful.
I kind of lean towards checking either the 2 cabins by the cornfield or the old abandoned 2-story house.
I like starting with the cornfields area. I think the abandoned. Yeah, I like the idea of starting with the abandoned cabins.
Alright, I gotta bring this up. It's gonna take me a minute.
Maybe we can find something party related in the cornfields. That could be fun. Or some old farming equipment.
Old farming equipment, maybe an old, like, I don't know, musical instrument, some panpipes or something.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Oh,
could sell that.
have it. Well, this might make it much easier. No, I guess I didn't put it in here. All right. It's going to take me a second. I got to put something in.
Now, the house with the mill, while we're looking, does it look lived in and kept?
Yes.
Like well kept? Okay.
Yes.
So it could either be a good source of information, or that could be someone that would tattle to our Mima that's worth poking around.
Yeah. I think we could go there to talk to them if we're thinking of going to the 2-story house. Because with something moving around in the shadows, I think it would be good to know what it is.
Yeah, see if there's any like noises they heard or anything. Could just tell them we use the excuse we came down to check the corn because there's so many memories here and like all the stories. We heard about the music and the dance, and we wanted to see the dancing cornfields. So the excuse to like be out here without maybe getting in trouble.
I apologize. It's going to take me a little while to bring this image up. Let's see here. But I actually really want to go this. Is it this one? No. Having trouble finding it, but I gotta at least find the reference. Let's see here. Oh, I know. It's all right. Having having trouble finding the reference. I'm sorry. Give me a minute. I'm gonna have to try to find it. It's got it now. My computer's also struggling to keep up. That's the other problem. Come on.
Also, to clarify, this cow on the hill with us, is that a what would you call it? Girl cow, a hyper, or is that like a bull?
A what?
Is the cow on the hill, is it a girl or is it a bull?
Oh, that's a good question. It's a bull.
Oh, okay. Mentally noted.
Yeah, that is a bit more dangerous.
No
When you
quick
said
movement.
cow, I was thinking we could maybe go milk it.
And I'd get a whole different reaction now. If I remember right, bulls don't like fast movement. And I also don't want to feel like having to run from this thing.
Yeah, I think that's the point of bullfighting, right? Is that
Yeah, they say it's not actually the red.
it's not the color
like
yet, moving the
sudden
the path.
movement. So if we're just kind of chill and calm and walk slow, maybe he'll.
Well, as
He
far
seems
as I
happy
know,
enough.
I think the only reason the flag is red is to hide any blood.
That would make sense, actually.
I think I finally found it. But you guys keep chatting because I want to actually get this map on here. This is one downside to Foundry is I have to do a bunch of file path management to try to get a map to show up. Oops. My poor computer. But I think with this map it's going to be a lot easier for us to chat about what it is. Goodness. Up. And hey, how do I make this image flip now? Oh, I get it. Okay. Oh, I see it now. Rotate, lift. Save. Mob farm. Come on. Yeah, that is one huge downside to Foundry is if this were Roll20, this would already be on there. That kind of sucks. I really want to show this. It's almost there. There. And I got to make sure that there's no grids and you can see it. Save. All right, here we are.
Ooh. That's cool.
I see.
Okay. Let's do this. So, you go and you travel down the hills, takes another 3 hours. Gets to be early evening. The sun beginning to set. And you look and you think, man, that sun has moved real fast. You can't imagine that much time has passed. But you, let's see here. You get The still air here all of a sudden is just completely quiet after a single peculiar bird cry. It turns completely quiet, and you find yourself in the in these cornfields, and you're like, is it nighttime already? It's getting, like the sun is just like down on the horizon. That's not right for summer. The leaves stand unmoving on the branches, and you think in the corner of your eye, you see like mist. It's not the shimmering heat of the summer. You don't see anything on fire, but it's just like you see something almost like smoke or fire, and then gone as you look at it. Then you hear rustling in the trees, and something comes towards you. And then all of a sudden you hear a bunch of rustling, and there are things among the trees that are rushing towards you, toward the center of the field. What do you do?
Can we see what they are?
Yeah, they erupt from the trees, and you see translucent bilious patches of mist in vaguely humanoid shapes. Brilliant emerald green eyes peering from otherwise blank visages.
Can we run and get inside the building 1-5?
What do you think about that, Sylvia? I need to try. I keep
Rob,
forgetting
are they
to turn
coming
light
out of
on.
all the trees or just out of certain trees? Like, is it the trees near the cornfield, or is it like all around us?
Okay, I'm back. Go ahead.
Is it like certain trees they're coming out of?
Yeah.
Or is it
No, you're right. There's
like all of the trees?
Well, you thought
Like all the way around?
You thought that you saw shapes in the trees, like around, okay?
Mhm.
But then these are a collection of these things, and they are coming from these trees right here.
How do you ping?
Hold on.
You just click on hold. Left click on hold.
Okay. Okay, so they're just coming from over here then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I suggest we get into one of the houses.
Yeah, might try to. Are they moving? We could, if we run towards 1.5, like, are they low enough we would see them moving through things, or?
What do you mean?
Are they floating up high, or? Let's see. I'm not getting it to ping.
I think Sylvia's asking if the presumably ghosts phase through solid objects.
Yeah.
You don't see them do that yet. They're just moving through the field towards you.
Okay, so they're flying higher than like grass level kind of thing.
And you do see things rustling, but you're asking, can they get in the building? You don't know.
I guess I'm kind of wondering, are they rustling through the grass towards us?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Or are they literally moving through the grass?
They're rustling through the grass so far.
Okay, yeah, then building might be a good idea.
Okay. This one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. All right, let's see what you find. You run into the building.
Close the door behind us.
Yeah. It's a weather-beaten log cabin. It's occupying the end of that yard where these celebrations used to take place. There's a roofed porch that spans the front of the cabin. And it kind of grants some shade against the sun and the rain, and that because the sun is kind of low now on the horizon, the shadows are long, and it's kind of even dark as you come up toward the front porch. The front door simply hangs askew on a single hinge, and a crudely fashioned child's rocking chair stands beside a short flight of log steps leading up to a portico.
Yeah, okay, so I think we have two options here. One, we could hide underneath the porch, maybe, like underneath if there's space underneath, and see if the ghosts go by, or we could go inside the house itself.
Well, given that they've seen us, they'd probably see us if we try to go under the porch. Are there windows in the house intact, or are they broken open?
The windows of this house are actually old, tattered, what do you call it? A drape that's been pinned to one side, covered in spider webs, and it is moldy.
They could phase
yes,
through. They could come through a window then.
there are glass. There is glass here, and it
Yeah.
is mostly intact.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. If they can phase through, they can get to us anyway, so we can't plan around them phasing through.
Yeah.
We have to
but if
assume that they can't. Because if they can, it doesn't matter what we decide.
No. I didn't know if the window glass was broken and they could climb through the window.
It doesn't seem to be broken.
Sylvia was checking. I'm less likely to want to hide under the porch because I'm assuming they've seen us, and if they've seen us, they'll see us duck under.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've rounded the corner from them. We might have a few moments.
Oh, they can't.
Yeah, I'm fine to go inside as well.
Okay. All right, you go inside the house. Let's see here. Sorry, really loud boom. Let's see. There's a pitch ceiling. Actually, I'm sorry. No, that's the wrong place. You do see some items in here. There is a hung on the wall a lantern, and there are pots, 4 flasks of oil, pots of oil for this oil lantern. There are some dresses, tattered, hung on the wall nearby. There is an old kitchen. I can't remember what those standing shelf-type stoves are called. I can't remember what they're called, but one of those like cast iron ones, okay? And hanging on one side are 5 knives, a collection of knives, partially rusted, but in fairly good condition. Near the corner of the wall is a hatchet. And there is also a hunting bow, 12 arrows in the corner.
Okay. How much inventory slots would it be to carry the knives?
That's a good question. I'll say 1.
Okay. Do any of the dresses look like they're of value, or are they too ruined?
They look like they probably will be cheap, but have some value.
Okay. How many inventory slots do you have, Sylvia?
For backpack?
Yeah.
I have. Sewing machine's gone, so I have all 6, I think.
Okay. How many dresses are there?
There are 4 dresses.
And I assume an inventory slot each?
No. You could probably put this into 1 slot in your backpack, and
okay.
along with that, there is also a man's hat, which you could wear if you want, and a man's jacket.
Okay.
Sylvia would be interested in the lantern and the oil, just because she's thinking, okay, it's dark, maybe light might help. If she's not going to light it yet, but
Sure.
Do they look workable with a wick and everything? And I just need to.
Yeah, no, it looks like they would work. It looks like you could just use them if you wanted to. These will take 2 slots because of the oil.
Okay. And would the bow and arrows take 1 slot, or?
I think they would take 2 slots. Or you could hold it and then have the arrows in your backpack.
Okay, so I'll take the 5 knives and the 4 dresses. Is the hatchet? Would the hatchet be able to be bundled with the knives, or would it be its own slot?
It is. Well, let me tell you about the other 3 items you might want to know about.
Yeah.
There is a fiddle in here. Now that will catch quite a bit of dollars.
Oh, that's coming with us.
Yeah.
That's a slot. There is a clay jug of liquor here. It's some kind of rot gut or a moonshine or something. And there is actually food that's still good here. There's a box of cornmeal and cans of dried meat. It's probably 3 slots worth of food.
Okay. I can hold the fiddle if you grab the moonshine.
Would the moonshine be worth anything, or is that just?
It could.
Yeah, I mean,
It
it's
can-
alcohol.
Yeah, it also serves as you could sell it as a moonshiner. You could also use it for well, it depends. Yeah, on what your skills are and everything. But yeah, alcohol has uses.
Right. So I'm taking the 5 knives, the 4 dresses, and the fiddle. So if you would like, how many spots do you have left after what you've taken so far?
Let's see. If I have bow and arrows and then the lamp with oil, I'd still have 2 slots, so I could take the liquor and
And the
potentially
hatchet?
some food. Or the hatchet. You said you don't have room for the hatchet?
No.
Okay, yeah, I could. Just confirming, do minor items and treasure like a flashlight take up a slot?
I'm gonna say yes, but
Okay,
depends
so
on what you
then-
mean by minor items. Like,
I have the flashlight in the toolkit.
yeah, those will take up 2 slots. Yeah.
Okay.
Do
then
you
I
have
only have
anything
4
on
slots.
your body? Because you can carry
I have
something
my
on your body.
pistol.
You guys
I
can
have my
put the
pistol. I
clothes
could
on.
carry a bow. I mean, we could.
Okay, how about I'll put on the man's jacket and hat. I'll put it
All right.
because I'm a bit older. I'm sure it can fit.
You could strap the dresses to you. The only thing is, if you fall, they'll be ruined, right? But
I think it's fine.
Okay,
We could just leave 2 things behind.
all right. There's also piles of firewood here. I should note. And anywho, you've got the old stairs that lead upstairs, and I want to make sure the front door is open except on a single hinge, and there's a short flight of log steps that lead up to a portico, and I think that is it.
Is there a door on the other side, or is it just one door in this building?
This has one door.
Okay. Can we hear the rustling which direction they are going? Are they still coming towards us?
You hear them rustling around outside. It doesn't sound like they're coming into the cabin you're in.
Okay, let's go upstairs.
Okay. You go up into the loft. In the loft is a pitched ceiling, and there are all sorts of childish pictures drawn in colored clay dust, mud, and blood. Everyone can make a no.
saving throw or initiative.
No, this is fine. We don't need to do that. I'm sorry. I'd say, yeah, mud, clay dust, and blood. There are crude illustrations of what is obviously people conducting magical rites in white robes. There are a series of pictures showing a person being captured, a walking stick being broken, someone throwing down a cross into a well, and someone being sacrificed on a scarecrow pole in the cornfield.
Yeah, I figured the scarecrow was coming. Good old, what is it, Goosebumps? The scarecrow walks at midnight. Does there seem to be anything of value up here?
Nope, just those
And are there any
scribbles,
windows?
just mad scribbles and drawings of a child across the whole wall, and then walls
Okay.
and ceilings.
And are there any windows?
There is an upper window here, yeah, but it is opaque and covered in dust and stained. You can barely see out, and as you look out, you see that the sun appears to be gone, and yet not all the light is gone. It's as if the world is cast in a twilight with neither moon nor sun.
Do I see the creatures circling the house?
You don't, but you hear rustling among the tall weeds outside.
Are any of the dresses that we collected white dresses in a similar manner as like what the cultists seem to be wearing?
Yes.
Well, Sylvia, I think maybe we could fit in. Maybe we could.
It depends, because it's like if the cultists were the bad ones that did this, they may target that.
Well, I think yeah, we tried to convince them.
It's like, is the white dress a good thing? Like they identify with you, or is it like, oh, hey, you're one of the ones who caused this?
I presume everyone who was here was a cultist. So the spirits that we saw, were they wearing white, seemingly?
You couldn't
like
see.
their ghostly bodies.
Yeah, they were. What? How did I describe them here? They look like
kind of floaty and see-through. I thought it was
translucent, bilious patches of mist, vaguely humanoid in shape, with brilliant emerald green glowing eyes, and blank visages otherwise. So yeah, very vague in shape. Something happens. Let me roll something here.
Okay. I think we should put the dresses on.
And they hear the hinge on the door, and all of a sudden the door falls off, and you hear, "Oh Lord, oh Lord," and thump, 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 and a bunch of boots and people rushing inside. You think 3 or 4 people downstairs.
Okay. I hold my guns in my hand, but I peek over the edge to see if I can see them.
All right, you take your gun, you peek over, and you see 3 men. A short, stocky, heavy-set man. He's got overalls and a simple sleeveless shirt, a straw hat, and 2 other men in felt hats, and plain corduroy pants and button-up shirts, covered in sweat and muck. They come in, and the fat man has he raises his arm. He says, Floyd, look in the corner, Floyd." And they turn, they look, and they're like, "What is that? Is that a doll?" "That's James. Can't you see it? Can't you see that's James?"
So what are they talking to right now? Are they like talking to themselves? Like looking at something that I can't see?
They're talking to each other. They're pointing in a corner on the opposite end of something you can't see.
So 2 questions. A, does the window in the attic seem like it could be taken apart easily?
Sure.
And B, are we able to jump down from the roof?
Well, I imagine we could maybe slide down the side.
Like if we walk down the roof and then kind of hang and jump, like are we able to, or is it too high?
Yeah, absolutely. If you wanted to remove the window, you could remove it.
I'm just debating if we actually want to go downstairs, if we'd rather not.
No, I think I agree. I think it's good to remove the window, and then that can be our escape route. Because I think these men are clearly not what they see.
No.
Or at least they're seeing things that aren't there.
I don't want to go downstairs.
Yeah, so I'll let I keep my eye on them. You get to work on removing the window.
Let me see here. All right, you do that. It takes some time. You remove the window quietly. They are talking the whole time about, as you're removing the window, the larger man, he's like, I'm telling you, that is not just a doll. Look at it. It's got the bald patch on the top, just like James got that big bald patch. It's got the little hair on the sides. It's got the little mustache. This is James. And one of the men's like, well, that's awfully strange. That's queer indeed. And then the other one's like, don't listen to him, Darren. It's just a little corn husk doll. It ain't nothing. Look, I don't know what's out there. It's just some coyotes out there or wolves or something. We'll stay in here and, well, we'll wait until the sun comes up tomorrow. Ain't going to be no big deal. Let's just close that door back up. And you can hear him take the door and he puts it back up and starts working the hinge and stuff. He's like, God, I wish if I had some tools on me or something, but I'll take my time. Give me some of that cigarette string. And they're working on the door and everything. You hear the other man, Floyd, he's just, the big heavyset man is just losing it, like he's losing it, like he's losing his nerve on this doll. And then you're able to get the window off. Do you want to climb out and then try to go down on the other side? I should note, you do hear things moving among the grass outside.
All around the house or just on one side?
Around the house, yeah. I mean, they seem pretty fast.
Are there any like planks or objects that I could maybe pick up and throw?
Sure.
Okay. I think we go out onto the roof, but we don't go down, and then I throw it in one direction and see if they respond.
They
do we want to try throwing in one direction and go into the other side real quick?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I want to try to do. Is like we got on the roof,
and then like
we throw
it
something
towards
like,
the
for example,
tree line.
Yeah, because we're near the tree line, so maybe we throw something like towards like maybe 1, 2 or something, and if they move towards it, we just make a dash for the trees.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's my plan at least.
Yeah. See if we can distract them, and if we can't, then we'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, if we can't distract them and they don't respond, then we'll figure it out from there. But if it does, we'll make a run for it.
Let me look at this. You run for the trees. Second.
Yeah. Well, do they respond to the noise of something?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Yeah. Well then, yeah, we'll make the run for the trees while they're distracted in this area.
This is probably not going to surprise you. let me just. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say this is a little bit of a side note because it's not eminently present, but I was thinking that with the description of what we've seen, the way to like purify this place in some sense might be to like find the person's body tied to the scarecrow and like give it like a proper burial or something. That's just my initial reaction upon hearing and seeing the cultist behavior.
I kind of figure if there's like maybe like one main one, then maybe, but if there's a bunch of them, I'm kind of worried about it being something else.
Well, presumably these people are the cultists. You know what? I'll say, how about we put on the dresses just for good luck before we make the run?
Sure. Okay.
Like put it in the dresses, then check the item, and then run.
Yeah.
Okay. There's two things. First thing is the sun is completely gone. but there is no absence of light, just a constant twilight, as if the light comes up from the ground up into a nothing. Around you is a sickly yellow light all around you, instead of either sunlight or twilight. And you run into the forest, and the things are distracted. You pull away weeds and briars and deadfall. You do so, and it's very dark. You pull and you pull and you pull, and you come out into a clearing on the other side. Down here.
Oh.
Okay. Well, they're still distracted and not next to us. I vote let's head into the field itself. I mean, if we can't leave otherwise, I say we find a sacrifice and put him to rest.
Suppose I'll describe what you see around you too.
I might switch my bow into my bag and have a hatchet in hand, so I have a range, my pistol and my hatchet, because I'd rather have.
Okay.
I might trade those out so that I have a hatchet ready in case I need to either cut brush or I don't know that a hatchet would do any good against anything clear, but
You can remind me if it comes time to use a hatchet. So, there are a number of chiseled stones here. Rotting posts in dry soil and rank grass. There is also another decayed-looking cabin right here, and then there is also a. Let's see here. This one right here looks like it's about to collapse. There is a well you can see right here. And then lastly, there is the cornfield. The cornfield, strangely, looks extremely steep. Do you run into the cornfield?
2 questions. The paintings we saw in the upstairs of 1-5.
Yes.
Did you mention a crucifix being thrown into a hole?
Yes.
into the well, yes.
Was that the well?
Yes.
Okay.
1-6.
Okay, well, you go first.
I was going to say, Sylvia has a sudden concern about the cornfield because it's easy to get lost in them anyhow. But if we go into the cornfield and then have to come out into the trees and come back into the cornfield, we may not ever get out of the cornfield.
Well, I think if we make it all the way to the left and it doesn't work, we end up on the right, presumably, the way it's wrapping around. Are there any crucifixes or any religious symbols at the burying ground itself?
Okay. Let's see.
Or any, like, writing on a tombstone or something that might give indication.
These appear like normal tombstones, which most of them are in shape like that, out of necessity. Many of them bear crosses or verses and things like that, or in loving memory. It looks like a normal graveyard. Let's see here. Let's make sure that I'm not missing anything on that, though. You asked. I'll just describe it, okay?
Yep.
A number of chiseled stones, rotting posts protrude from dry soil and rank grass. The ground is uneven. Oblong depressions in the earth indicate the presence of ancient graves. Been here for a long time. Some of the graves do not have crosses. I apologize. As you take a look at it, you see only a single family name, Bob, over and over again. One wooden marker is inscribed with a faded carving, which I will draw for you. Let's see here. see if I can do it. Not the perfect drawing I want of that, but it appears like a single thorn with a second thorn placed through it in 2 places.
Interesting. Where are the noises still up? Like 1, 2?
Yes.
How tall is the grass?
It varies from place to place. In the open field in the center, there is hardly any grass. Let's put it this way. Wherever you see white, it's barren, and wherever you see hatched crosses, you can expect it to be chest high or higher.
So you know what, my current suggestion, I say we go on our hands and knees and we head this way around towards the well to try to get the crucifix.
We don't have any rope, though, do we?
We have rope. I still have the rope.
Oh, you still have rope. Okay.
Yes.
We'll be out in the open, so we'll have to go fast.
Well, there's grass here.
Okay.
You said the cross hatching, right? So we can't get to the well completely in the grass.
From that side.
If we can go around the burying ground through like this way, around 1-4.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you do that. And it is painful as you hear these men, and then the big man runs outside in fear and runs into the forest. This all takes some time. It takes about, 10 minutes, 20 minutes of painfully crawling through the grass. You hear rustling on the other side, and then silence, and then the deeper, slower voices. What did he call him? Gosh dang it, I lost the name already. There was Darren,
he said,
and there was the other guy.
I think John was the doll.
Yeah, there's John, there's Darren, and there was one other one. Well, I can't remember his name, so I'll just say it's Darren. He says, Darren, you see that doll over there? And he's like, and he's working on the door, and you can hear as you get closer, like through the doors banging. He's like, Finest, I don't have time for this right now. I gotta work on this door. Hey, why don't you try to find something around here? Maybe get some of that wood over there. And he's like, Darren, there's 2 dolls there now. And that second doll is heavy set. And you hear that as you get close to the well.
Interesting. Okay, I
So
guess
if
I'll
you
tie
run into the woods, we turn into a doll.
Yeah, well,
The doll's
to the
important?
east. Perhaps we became lucky then. I'm gonna tie the rope around Sylvia and say, okay, there you go. Go down there, see if you can get a crucifix.
All right. You do it, Sylvia?
Trying to think, I do have a flashlight. Am I able to, I'm guessing the flashlight would be brighter than the lantern.
Well, I think
Am
we
I
can see,
able
right?
to,
'Cause there's
like,
the-
go part way down into the well and kind of shine the light around to look around? Not like do it at the top where things are going to see me, but once I'm like partway into the well, am I able to go like partway down the rope holding on and like look around the bottom to see if I'm walking into anything, or see if I'm just like, see if I should climb back up or if it's safe to go down, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, so you go part of the way so that you can try to like slowly use your light. There's a low wall of field stones here that are mortared together with cracked clay. That's what forms the well. You get the rope on the other side. I assume Twig holds it and belays
Yep,
you.
yep.
And it's otherwise really simple. It's got a little cover on it, and there's a little tin bucket even that sits nearby the well with a severed strand of rope. It looks like the wall is about 3 feet high, so you go over the side of it, and it looks about 20 feet deep down to the bottom. You have enough rope. You start going down, and you hear the dribbling of something down here. Let me see here.
Yeah, I should say, do I hear anything unusual going down? Like, is it normal dripping sounds, or?
There is, down here, an entire spring cave. You hear the quiet murmur of flowing water echoing in limestone. There is, in fact, a pool of clear water that fills most of the cavern down below. Flows out of a space through a narrow point at the east end. A raised, irregular patch of stone is littered with dried branches and other debris, seemingly washed here by floods and long-ago rains. And, hold on just a second. Among the debris, among the deadfall, is a gleaming cross made of silver, you think. And as you look at it, you think you see the deadfall shift. Like my two shoulders.
How high am I off the ground?
As high as, well, I suppose you probably had to go about 10 feet, actually, to get there. What do you do?
What I'm tempted to do is jump down, grab the crucifix. Sounds like a really bad idea. It's water. Jump down, grab the crucifix, and then but still have the rope, and then try to climb it again real quick, and kind of call out for her to pull me up.
Yeah, I could pull you up.
Let's go just try to do it real
trying
quick.
to climb while she's pulling, but jump down, grab it, and then immediately kind of bounce back up and try.
Yeah. Basically, I think the idea is you go down, you grab it, and as soon as I feel weight on the rope again, you're holding onto it, I'll start yanking it up.
Yeah.
All right.
That's going to be the attempt. Is not really explore, just jump, grab it, and attempt to go.
This is a high work test, so that means you want to roll your work score or under.
Okay,
Is that from both of us or just
her?
Sylvia?
Yeah.
Me.
Okay.
Is that a D20? Or no,
2d6.
2d6.
Yeah.
Okay.
I play
Oh,
a
this
lot of
could get
games too. I appreciate you being willing to experiment.
Ah! Oh, come on! So close.
Did you get it?
No, my score is 6.
Okay. All right. So you didn't get it. All right.
Let's see.
Here.
No, yeah, it's 6.
Wait.
So close.
So you didn't make it?
No,
I don't
Sylvia
think so,
failed.
because I had to be under, so I failed by 1. Ah.
All right. As you run as hard as you can. You're like, I just have to make it fast, and you have this immense bravery, and you grab a hold of the cross, and something grabs a hold of you, and it grabs a hold of your whole torso, and you yank on the rope, and the rope starts pulling. And you just start pulling her, and she's dragging, and you're in the water, and you're choking on water and holding onto this cross, holding onto the rope, and this thing is pulling on you, and it starts lashing at you and pulling on your body as you're being dragged through the mud and everything, and it is going to do damage to you, physical damage.
Oh dear.
Let's see here. I believe we are still doing it so that your heart goes down first, and no, it's your hit points first, and then your
Yes.
heart, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
I
it was
don't- I
your
don't
hit
thi-
points
I-
first and then your heart.
I don't think we changed that yet, so let's see. All right. You take
Okay, not
6
too
points of damage. Okay. And
Okay.
so far you're down at the bottom of the well. Twig, you look down and you see branches that now have two big, bright, emerald, glowing green eyes that these branches in Deadfall have coalesced into a thing, and they're ripping and pulling and tearing at Sylvia. What do you all do?
But Sylvia's still holding on. You said as
Mhm.
Sylvia's being ripped at.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to give it one mighty yank.
All right. You know what? We'll leave it down to that. But you'll each get a turn. So yeah, you can make a high work check.
Right. So 2d6. That would be a success.
All right. You pull her up, and you pull her away from this thing, and you pull the rope, and you're able to collapse the remnants of this ceiling down onto this thing and close it. You have the gleaming silver cross, and then you hear rustling, and it starts rushing towards you.
Okay, I think we try to
Yeah.
back up still through the grass to behind 1-4.
You back up in the grass, and at this point, he says, "I think I got it." And the whole wall collapses on the cabin. And it's at that point that the man working on the door bolts toward another building. And
Okay,
the tall, lanky man is left there in the shadows, and these figures twirl around him, and you see him disappear.
I think we use this chance. We try to hold the cross over the burial at first, see if we could purify their graves. Like, power of Christ compels you and whatnot.
Let's see.
And if that has no effect, then I think we go into the cornfield.
That has no effect.
Okay. Well, I say we continue this way towards the cornfield and we try to find the sacrifice.
All right. Let's see here. I want to see just real quick because you hear a voice. You hear a bunch of stuff being gathered. And as you run into the cornfield, in the moonless, sunless, starless, sickly, pale yellow sky, or twilight, like it's like yellow at the edges and then darkness above with nothing. You hear the man, and he says, Three corn dolls. 3 dolls. That's what you hear, that voice. And you run into the cornfield. You hear rustling back around and it rushes toward the cornfield. I'll describe what you see. 5 terraces. So it's uphill. So you're like trying to get up these terraces, okay? 5 terraces are carved into the steep hillside, and they're reinforced with fallen logs against erosion. Like a ladder, the plots ascend 30 feet up the embankment. Each plot is filled with dense stands of tired-looking corn stalks, their ears shriveled, their husks like parchment from drought. A ragged-looking scarecrow peers over the heads of the dried stalks at the uppermost tier, looking down on the farm as if it were a forgotten god. And let's see.
Okay. I think we continue climbing up as fast as we can.
Okay. This also will take a work test from both of you. You guys are trying to work. You're trying to use your physical strength to overcome this, so you have to do a high work test. Did you make it? Yeah. Awesome.
I do not make it.
You do not make it. Something slashes at you. It drags you. You feel your feet pulled from under you as you slam into the muddy ground around the corn stalks. One of the corn stalks stabs your side. This is painful and you're hurt. Two of these things are going to hurt you, but you're able to get up and flee and keep moving. You take 4 hit points of damage.
All right.
Okay. Let me make sure. Let's see. All right. You make it to the top tier. And you see the scarecrow. There's a collection of old blood-stained rags and ropes tied to a 10-foot high post. A Golgotha of old bones litters the ground beneath the post, stained with age, half buried in the dry ground. One skeleton, dried and dirty, seems most recent. And you can see on it religious symbols, and one of the bony hands is raised aloft, its fingers half curled as if grasping something.
Okay. This is the skeleton on the cross. Oh, so is the scarecrow has the skeleton tied to it, or the skeleton's on the ground?
The skeleton was on the cross, but now is on the ground.
Okay. I'll say, Sylvia, pray over it and put the cross in his hand.
Yeah, we're gonna put the cross. Try putting the cross in the hand that was. Do you think we need to prop it up again, or?
I don't think he would want to be propped up again. He was sacrificed after all. He was.
Well, no, but like, I guess like she's wanting of like a sitting up position, so he's holding it up as
Sure.
opposed to just laying down
Yeah,
on the ground.
Maybe a bit more respectful.
No,
maybe.
putting him poor guy back
Sure.
up. She doesn't want to do that. But yeah, I guess trying to make a skeleton comfortable, but it kind of weirds her out. But giving
Sure.
him the cross back and kind of having him face the cornfield and the houses.
Okay. All right. You do that, and all of a sudden there's light. And the sky fills with rain. And let me put that on here.
Like, is it normal light or is it more weird light?
It is perfectly normal.
Okay.
In fact, it now looks actually darker outside. But the skies are filled with rain and clouds and a moon. Let's see here. The rains wash away the ground, and even some of the cabins finally just, 2 of them just fall in on themselves. They make a huge crashing sound as they finally fall in. You stand now in this glen under a moonlit sky. It's stormy and rain-filled. Under the I'm trying to remember what it's called, but a isolated rain thing, Virga. Under this Virga, you have all this rain, but in the distance you can see a clear, starry sky that is moonlit. Looking around you, you see the ruins of several tumbled homes, overgrown with kudzu, terraced fields muddy, filled with sprouted stalks of corn, and no signs of the phantoms.
Is there any sign of the 4 men, or I guess the 1 man that was left?
Like, are there dolls there? I guess I
You
would
want to
want
go
to know.
back?
Do
You
they
want to
need
go
to be?
back?
Well, I mean, just
Yeah,
like
let's go back.
looking down.
Yeah,
Is that building still standing?
it's not still standing. You go back and you look, and you shine your flashlight, and there are 4 dolls.
Okay.
I kind of want to bury the dolls.
Yeah, I think let's bury
But I
the
also
dolls and
have a
let's
bad
bury the
feeling about
sacrifice
touching
victim.
them. I don't know.
You want to bury the dolls?
Do we want to touch anything, or
Yeah,
do we?
I think this place has been purified in a sense. I'm fine to bury the dolls and bury the sacrifice victim on the hill. Give them respect.
You spend the rest of the moonlit, rainy, soaked night providing a proper burial for the dolls and the remains of whoever had held the cross on the hill. And that
They can still have the cross. So I'm not taking it out of their hand. That can stay there.
it's worth a lot of money.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I guess as we're burying him, I'll take it out to like reposition it, like maybe as a header. Would anything have happened when I take it out of his hand?
No.
Does everything go back to dark and dreary?
Okay.
Yeah, and eventually the rains, which was a sudden summer late night flash flood kind of thing, it passes, and the sky is filled with a dense panoply of stars and constellations in the Milky Way, and a bright moon, only partially covered in clouds. And that is how you spend the rest of the time burying people until finally the sun rises again the next morning.
Okay. Would taking the cross out of his hand, did it do anything? Seemingly. No? Okay. Well, then I'll just bury him, and instead I'll like grab some like stones and some sticks and like form a cross
All right.
and put it as like a little, not like exactly a tombstone, but like a bit like, a marker, a grave marker.
All right. You do that, and with the items you have that, in the sunrise of the morning, you make your way home through the lush green of the hills, and that ends our adventure for the night. Mythic Mountains RPG is a private online play club that focuses on folk RPGs. Folk RPGs are the games that belong to all of us. They're what actually happens at a table between friends. It's their voice that has the authority on what is fun and what works for them. Weekly, we upload our games to allow others to sit in with us. The channel isn't monetized. We don't own the artwork, music, software, or games shown in these actual plays, and you can find links to their authors in the description. Like, subscribe, and share if you wish, or don't. Just like games in person, you're welcome to pull up a chair, sit in, and watch some of our games. No performances, no fancy equipment, just regular people playing folk pencil and paper role-playing games and having a good time. We hope these games will prove a source of enjoyment to anyone just wanting to listen in, anyone looking for examples of how actual groups run and play folk RPGs, and most importantly, if you haven't found your group yet, you're welcome here at ours.